Okay, new term I hadn't heard before. Orphan voters. Those of us orphaned by the system. Hey, I'm an orphan voter. How about you?
Yeah.
I said some of them voted for Hillary and Trump, but orphaned. Has anyone watched The Apprentice? I don't understand this.
You're fired.
No, you're fired. Hi, this is Di, and the election is today. I'm picking my words very carefully because obviously this can be something that can divide people. I'm grateful to live in a country where we get to elect a president. I am not grateful of my choices. It was kind of tenuous last night deciding. We have mail-in ballots in Washington State, so I was working on my mail-in ballot last night. My husband's going to drop them off today. I had a hard time. I mean, there were a lot of propositions on the ballot, and so it was important to vote. It just wasn't fun. Nathaniel Lugg, who lives near me, produces some pretty viral videos. He did a great one about how Washingtons react to storms. But he's made one about the election, and so I'm going to link it here in the description, and you can go to it. It's hysterical. He's so funny, and he captured exactly how I'm feeling. I don't know how it's going to turn out today. I certainly would film on the Super Bowl. I should film on this, so we are going to take the camera along and see what happens. It's anyone's game. I mean, it was neck and neck last time they checked, so we will see if we end up with which one of these two twits. Jerry fixed my stereo, so I actually have music in the car. One important thing to understand about the election is that in the United States, the popular vote does not determine the president. The president is actually elected by an electoral college. The popular vote in each state is actually just a suggestion to the electoral college of how they should vote. Now, I live in Washington State. In Washington State, the electoral college always goes with the Democratic nominee because they've always won the popular vote here in Washington State. If you're not voting for the Democratic nominee, then your vote is counted. It doesn't count towards the election of the president. So, and when people say, I don't want to vote, my vote doesn't count, literally, my vote, if I don't vote for the Democratic nominee, my vote does not count in Washington State. It's a little bit of spitting in the wind. But you know, a lot of life is like that, isn't it? However, there were lots of other things on the ballot where there's no electoral college involved. Regan gave me a call and he wants me to see him. He has something special to show the vlog. And it is good weather today. It's 66 degrees. We can only hope for that during Vlogger Fair. I have no idea what's happening in the election because I'm sort of in a black hole at work. We're not allowed to stream any video. So I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna see if I can find out. Let's see. Did you know what the logo is for my channel now?
What?
It's Faith, Hope, and Love. Cross an anchor and a heart.
Well,
yeah.
I've been planning this for years.
Well, hope, but you didn't tell me about the anchor.
I've never told you that?
No, you never told me about the anchor.
Yeah, no, I've been planning that since I was 16.
I knew nothing of the anchor. Isn't that awesome? I think we're gonna watch some of the election to see what's happening. Some states are already being called. It's 6 p.m. I guess it's time for that. Regan wants the vlog to see it. There we go. Why don't you explain the other tattoo?
That is the semicolon, and it is for suicide awareness. And I got it. It was $40 at the place that I got it at, and they were doing a special for it where half the proceeds went for suicide awareness.
Nice.
And that is something that I completely support. So yeah, got it. This is basically the suicide awareness arm.
Okay, so I didn't know the difference between red and blue states because I just thought it was the other way around. I got it backwards. Yeah, 104 Clinton, 137 Trump.
Well, that's because we're all in the South right now.
Yep, we're hitting all the South states. We also know what the West believes.
Oh my gosh, this is scaring me. I already get treated like crap by Trump supporters. Like, I told you this story, but they don't know the story. I was walking down the street and a Trump supporter, he had a truck with Trump written on the back of it, pulled over to the side of the street, rolled down his window, and told me to go back to Iraq, you dirty Muslim. First off, I'm not even Middle Eastern, and second off, I'm not even Muslim. So, yeah, I'm afraid that Donald will be president, even though I don't like Hillary. I don't want her to be president either, but I don't want Trump at all.
That has been one thing where I've been really quiet on the internet to talk about this, because if I said something against Hillary, people say, oh, you're a Trump supporter. And if I said something about Trump, they go, oh, you're a Hillary supporter. And quite frankly, I'm neither. So neither of them got my vote, and neither of them am I thrilled to have in office.
Neither of them got my vote. No Bernie.
So interesting. This United States of America, it's an interesting thing.
Oh my gosh.
Top of 9, the race to 270. Mike, I cut you off. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You have to win Ohio to win the White House. Trump has done it.
Are you sure you don't want Caleb's bed?
Watching the giant monitors here and reacting as we make these calls. But that's the state of the map. There is the crowd right now. And this is Clinton.
Hillary Clinton's pulled ahead.
Donald Trump wins North Carolina. How does that change in the race to 270? There it is. Right now, Clinton standing at 209. That takes Trump to 187.
So we're at 8:30 Pacific time, and Trump is now pulled ahead in both the electoral college and the popular vote. He's at 228 for Trump and 209 for Clinton. And I'm talking to my mom on the phone because, well, that's what you do when Regan's sleeping. Well, now Trump has taken Georgia. I'm gonna run Regan home so that he can get ready for work tonight. And I guess I'll keep watching this train wreck. Someone's gonna be elected president, and that's what I'm worried about. Getting ready to take Regan back. Thought you would appreciate this. That's the map you get when everything goes to, you know, heck.
It looks like Donald Trump won this group by about 4 percentage points. So that's one theory.
People might have been embarrassed to admit they were voting for Trump.
He may actually just have a larger percentage of white working class voters who participated today.
So our count is now 215 for Clinton and 244 for Trump. So do you think maybe the states in the middle didn't feel heard? I'm thinking they didn't feel heard by the coast. 215 Clinton, 244 Trump.
Saturday Night Live skit just won't end.
Jerry just walked in and he was like, are you serious? He had a family obligation tonight and he hasn't been watching the scores, so to speak. Well, Jerry, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I just keep waiting for the Saturday Night Live skit to end on TV, but it doesn't end. Oh my gosh.
I really thought the Hillary supporters had this thing wrapped up the way the media had been booking it, but obviously the media is missing something. Their theory in the car ride was that people were so embarrassed that they were going to vote for Trump that they didn't tell the pollsters the truth.
In my opinion, perhaps, right? But it's still just a steaming pile.
To me, it's like Back to the Future.
It's worse. It's idiocracy.
Biff's
It's the oh gosh.
Biff's
We
character.
didn't know that idiocracy was actually a prophetic tale.
It was supposed to be 500 years in the future on an accelerated schedule to Idiocracy. I'm feeling like the states in the middle might not have felt like they were heard in the past few years. What do you think? So in Back to the Future, Biff comes in the future and he's a successful businessman and owns like a fancy hotel and has his face on everything. And they based his character on Donald Trump. They made Biff like Donald Trump. Can you believe it? A reality TV
It's
star.
like an out-of-body experience. Not a good one. I wish the trip would stop.
For the people who are from other countries, because I know I have a Canadian subscriber and I know I have an Australian subscriber, it must be, you must think, what is the world is wrong with those people that's who they, you know, the political climate has built itself to this. This didn't happen overnight.
The Republican Party imploded because it sold out, It's a lot to corporate America, so grassroots people don't know who the hell do you trust now. Yet your conservative people are like, you know, our party sold us out, so you're not going to vote Democrat. And so it was the angry vote, right? We'll put in Trump. Ha ha ha, Jeff. Oh crap, he's president.
Well, and they said the Democratic Party imploded as well. I mean, that's why this happened, because of what happened with with Bernie Sanders. That this is a sign that both parties are collapsing. James Carville. Haven't heard that name in a while. I've just got the local elections up now, and I have moved into my fluffy pink robe. I got my fingernail polish out. I am going to continue to watch this. It's 10:25 p.m. It's gonna be a long night, I think. We have not had a conversation in so long. Please leave some notes in the comments. I'd really like to talk to you about this. Did you have an opinion in this election? Did you have skin in the game? Was there someone you were rooting for? Are you looking at this from the outside the United States, and you're just like, what's wrong with these Americans? Why do they make these ridiculous choices? Why do they have such ridiculous nominees? I have to tell you, though, I've never seen so much end of the world naysaying in my life. I mean, it's the end of the world, and the Russians are taking over, and it's just been all this stuff. Like my sister pointed out, there's 3 branches of government. We still have judges, we still have the Congress and the Senate, and so the president doesn't get to just make a lot of decisions. A lot of legislation comes through the Congress and the Senate, and it's approved by the president. Thinking that this election was going a different way, I said this, and knowing it's going this way, I will say it again. The president just doesn't affect as much as you'd think he would. And so we will live another day, all of us. And as some other people have pointed out, Jesus is still on the throne. God is still in control, and he's still in charge no matter who gets elected and who's in power.
That brings her total on the electoral map there to 218 to the 245 for Donald Trump. And look at that race to 270. It inches Trump closer, but not quite there.
Hillary's camp has gone home for the night. Some people were crying, but they were saying that it's just too early to call anything. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so letting them go home. It is 20 minutes to 12, midnight here on the West Coast, and Hillary Clinton has called Donald Trump to concede the election. This is the weirdest night ever. I don't swear, so this is weird as heck.
I've just received a call from Secretary Clinton. She congratulated us, it's about us, on our victory. And I congratulated her and her family on a very, very hard-fought campaign. Now it's time for America to bind the wounds of division. Have to get together. I say it is time for us to come together as one united people. Of our great veterans. And I love this country. Thank you very much.
Well, it's settled. I didn't have to wait till morning. We have our new president-elect. I did not expect this. This is definitely a surprise. I just hope there's not too much catastrophizing. I know that there was some, if Hillary were to be elected, and now there'll be some with Trump elected, and just trying to remind people that the president just doesn't change things that much. We will survive. We always have. I would love to talk to you about this. We've got, you know, a lot of new people, and I really want you to feel included and talk and meet the other people that are commenting. They're my friends. I'd like to introduce you to my friends. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. God bless.